Hi there, I'm Paul Elmore. I'm a licensed professional counselor here in Portland, and I thought I would go through and answer some questions that are on some of the marriage groups on Facebook. Here's one of the questions. Do you think staying in a marriage just because you have kids is a good idea? Really, really good question, and not an easy one to answer. First off is you're not going to be parents forever. When the kids leave, what's going to happen to the relationship then? The reason most marriages fall apart at the 20-year mark, that's actually kind of the third most common area. The first most common time marriages fall apart, 18 months, 2 years, that's just when the honeymoon period's over and the person's not who you thought they were, marriages fall apart. For some couples, they go, our marriage is struggling, we should have a baby. And that's going to make our marriage better. And they make it another 5 years plus 2 years, which means 7 years is when marriages fall apart. Real kind of big spike in the graph there. Third one is the 20-year mark, and it's for this reason right here, because we stayed married for the kids, and now the kids are gone, the kids are leaving home, we just can't stand at each other, and the marriage falls apart. The other question I ask is, what kind of marriage are you modeling for your children? Because if you have this bitterness between the two of you, if you have this coldness, if you have this unhealthy marriage, then you are actually modeling the kind of marriage your kids are more likely to have, because people, human beings, just tend to replicate what they've had modeled for them in their life. And so you have to ask the question, do you want to model that kind of relationship for your kids? Unfortunately, when you're staying married because of the kids, you're now actually using your kids to put a Band-Aid or cover up the real issues in your relationship. And so I would suggest, if you're already asking the question, then you already know there are core issues that probably need to address, and you probably need to talk that over with your spouse. You need to ask them, hey, does it feel like we're just staying married for the kids here? And are you willing to work on the relationship? If we got some help, if we were to see a counselor, if we do something online, if we were to have our friends come and talk to us, if we were to start actively working on trying to make our marriage better, just like we're trying to actively work on parenting well. If you take the time and energy to actively do that, then what are you modeling for your kids again? Your kids are saying, yes, my parents are imperfect, but they actually try. They are trying to improve. They're trying to get better. They learn that resilience. They learn that strength that I think you want your kids to learn anyway. And so that is the model I would probably say. If you're going to stay married for the kids, you're still fighting for your marriage, and you're doing it openly. You're doing it overtly so your kids can watch you try to make your marriage better. Your kids will never walk away with a better lesson than that. They'll understand marriages are not perfect, people are not perfect, and yet people are trying to improve themselves. So that's where I would start. That's what I usually tell most of my clients who have the same issue going on. Again, it's not an easy one. I know it's hard, but it's important to give that model to your kiddos. Anyway, thought that might be helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.